there friends, Nibs again, out here in the backyard doing a little bit of plinking today, but I wanted to bring you guys an update on the 1701P before I started doing the shooting. So we have number one, well actually this is number two, here is number one, and have to bring a damage report. That one actually was defective right out of the box. That one is the one I've done a couple of videos on, so it was actually functional to a degree, but it had a problem with the fill valve, and so when you fill it, you watch the gauge here go up to 3000 psi or whatever fill you want it to go to, and you got your hose hooked up to it to whatever fill source you have. When you open the bleeder valve on that, that valve should not change at all, and on all of my other guns it works perfectly fine. On that one, the best I ever got was up to 3000. It would go back to 2500. Sometimes it would go back to 1800. Sometimes it would go bleed all the way to zero. I did actually read a couple of forums online where it said you got to take the fill valve apart and clean it and re-lubricate it, and I did all that, and it did not help at all. I actually called Crosman and they were absolutely no help at all. I really hate to say bad things about people, but these people had no clue what I was trying to tell them. They were asking me, did I try putting soap bubbles on it to see if it was leaking air? I said, once it stops, it doesn't leak any more air. I said, but when you fill it up, all the air goes right back out to the bleeder valve. Well, you should do soap bubbles on it. I said, what is that gonna do? And then the lady was just like, well, we don't think there's anything wrong with your gun. And I said, well, I guess it's a good thing I bought this from Amazon, because I can send it back and you guys are just gonna get a defective gun back from them. But so anyway, so they Crosman's customer support in the last 2 months has disappointed me about 4 or 5 times, and I am really getting ticked off with those people. So but this one here, I filled it up 2 or 3 times already, and it seems to be working properly. So that one's going back to Amazon Tuesday morning, and this one's working great. So the funny thing is I took this Go tar off of that one, I put it on here, and I checked the zero on it, and I didn't have to do a single turn on elevation or windage, and it was perfectly right back on zero. So that is very unusual, even from the same gun to the other same gun. Not that I do that a lot with exactly the same gun, but I have done it a few times in the past, and it's never worked out exactly as precise as that was. So but anyway, so I wanted to do some more silhouette shooting. This time I'm at about 12 or 13 yards here. I just paced off 12 or 13 paces, and I actually have some 22 silhouettes out there now, which are a little bit larger and they're a lot heavier. So I am not sure. I did check where I am hitting a little high shooting. I just shot at a bullseye before I started to see, but I'm not sure this gun is even going to be able to knock these guys over. So, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try and see if we can do it, so we don't end on a poo-poo note. You know, we had you guys know that I like to call balls and strikes, a ball or a strike, and that first one was kind of a disappointment. So I took the fill valve out of there, and when I cleaned it, obviously, there's no spring in there. That is very odd. Every other gun that I've ever worked on with the fill valve has a spring in there to help push that. So maybe that's the problem with it. I don't know. I don't know if this one has a spring in it or not. I'm not gonna take it apart if it's working right. So, but let's go ahead and shoot some. I'm gonna shoot two-handed with this. This is a little long for me to shoot one-handed, but I think it'll be fun. I'm gonna shoot the turkey on the left. Ooh, knocked him over. Knocked over the other one too. My boxes just aren't quite stable. I might go set that one back up before I All right, let's see if we can knock a pig over. I don't think those pigs are pretty low and low to the ground, low center of gravity. Oh, I was able to knock it over. Look at that. All right, let me try to knock that chicken down, and I'll go set the turkeys back up. All right, that wasn't too bad. So that chicken is still pretty tiny I love shooting at these guys with my 22s. Let's see if I can hit that other pig before I go set them back up again. Oop, I think I went. So I'm aiming just at the very base of them to try to hit center a mass on those. I hit them. I think the pigs just got a little bit too much density they're kind of low and got a nice wide base on them, so they're tougher to knock over. I nicked it. I'm gonna go set those turkeys and the chicken back up and we'll shoot those one more time. Stand by. Alrighty, so I got my turkey set back up and my chicken, and we'll see if we can knock those guys down one more time. I love the way that gun shoots, and the trigger's awesome. Just if I can't fill it up with air reliably, it's not worth I thought about tinkering with it, but it's brand new. It should work right. I thought about tinkering it and trying to put a spring in there, but again, it's brand new. It should work right. If Crosman hadn't treated me like I was such a dunce, I probably would have maybe tinkered with it a little bit more before I decided to just warranty it through Amazon. It's a great shooting gun. 12, we call it 12 yards, 36 feet. I hit him. I hit the chicken, but it didn't knock him over. I think I hit it. Looks like it moved. I can't tell. It's blending in with I set it in front of the pig on accident here. Did I push it right up against the pig? I can't tell. Yeah, I'm hitting them. Such a fun gun, such a accurate gun. It's unfortunate we got to have a little bit of negativity in there too, but we gotta tell the bad with the good. Love the gun. It's an amazing shooting gun, but so another little tidbit. I did find you can buy this whole grip frame, and as a replacement part or whatever. Oh, hey, got that pig down now. You can buy this whole grip frame with all of the 1701P trigger parts already populated in there, and it's available through Crosman and a few other outlets. There we go. And they're not giving them away, but if you want to upgrade your 2240 or your 1322, 1377 to get this phenomenal trigger into one of those guns, if you're really building a high-end 13, some of these guys go really crazy with their 1322s but I have 2 of these on the way, and I have 3 or 4 13X 2240 type guns in there. Well, more than that even. I have 3 or 4 1377s, a 1322, and I have 22 2240s. So, but I have 2 of them on the way anyway. So we're gonna play around with those and see what kind of accuracy we can pull from getting a phenomenal trigger on those kind of guns as well. So it's the same thing, just it's a 3-part trigger in there instead of just having that one creepy sear and everything. But there you go. A lot of fun shooting, well, 22 size. They're still small. They're still pretty small. 22 size silhouettes. I didn't think this thing would have enough power to really knock them down, but it got the job done. Knocked down every one of them. So there you go. Crosman silhouette. Good, bad, and ugly. So hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, have a great day.